obviously it's still a very small sample size, but when you guys signed him in December, could you have envisioned the spring he had and then this great start that he's had?
Yeah, I think our front office does a great job of identifying guys that are still climbing and learning and growing. He obviously has had some very productive years, and the fact that he landed on us, we're very fortunate because he has some choices to make. But we feel like we do a good job of teaching and coaching here, and the sky's the limit, especially with guys learning from Brent Strom and his group of pitching coaches. So he's done a wonderful job, and I saw quickly the command of his stuff, spring training, the shape of his pitches, and I felt like he was going to get some big outs for us, and it's been translating.
That leads me to one follow-up.
Mm-hmm.
A situation like last night,
Mm-hmm.
A big spot for him. So you have a confidence still with him in those spots already this season.
Great mound presence, a lot of poise, and the ability to duplicate pitches, and nothing bothers him. He made a great pitch on Peralta 3-2, and hit an edge, and you know, that to me is a confidence factor. Somebody's not going to need to throw the ball down the middle of the plate, and he's just touching the surface as far as I'm concerned. He's going to be put in those situations, or scratching the surface. He's going to be put in those situations and be counted on in a big way. But he's earned it. He's shown me that he has a chance to go out there and make pitches against any part of the lineup.
What are you seeing from Alec these days? I know he's not getting hits, but he's got Johnson walks.
He's had some really productive at-bats. He's squared up a couple baseballs for the past couple days, and you know, starting the season is a little bit challenging for young players. It's different than a roll call. You're on a roll in the minor leagues, and you just continue that roll when you get to the big leagues. So you know, you're 0 for 0, and you got to start from ground zero, and it just takes a little bit of time sometimes for guys. Now, would I predicted that he would have this type of a start? No, of course not. But he's impacting the baseball. He's done a good job of swinging at good pitches, letting the ones that maybe are not particularly good enough to be, you know, lined up and squared up. He's letting those pitches go. So I think he's doing a good job of surveying balls and strikes. And especially as of late, he's hit a number of balls hard. I think he's in a good spot.
Overall, when you look at the at-bats from you guys yesterday, was it more in line with what you wanted to see as far as attacking the right pitches?
Yeah, very much so. I think that's what we're capable of doing. It was an all-field approach, mature at-bats. And, you know, we were trying to look like we were trying to hit the ball pull side in the air no matter where the ball was thrown to us. And good pitchers and good staffs and good coaches will be able to counterpunch that. And that's what several teams were doing against us. So, you know, you got to be able to give a little bit through the course of an at-bat, hit the ball the other way to get the pitch that's going to be a little bit closer to you. It's a constant game of cat and mouse. We were just very one-dimensional, and we made some quality adjustments yesterday.
Trey Jamison, one question incoming.
Yeah.
So looking at his workload, you know, he had full rest coming out of spring training, four inning outing, 66 pitches. That next time out, 3 days rest, 38 pitches, 2 up downs. Next time out, 2 days rest, 26 pitches. So
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a trend there, but my first question, I have a follow-up, is are you guys still committed to keeping him stretched out?
It's the whole process with Dre has been a little bit of a challenge for us to manage. I'm not going to lie. We know how valuable he is and how important he is to helping us win baseball games. And you know, one game is going to make the difference in the NL West, right? Or wherever we're trying to get to, we've taken the mindset that one game will make a difference. So we're just trying to utilize him the best way we know how, without putting him in a position to get tired right now. Having a long-term thought, if somebody goes down, would he be available to step into the starting rotation? We feel like there's a model that we're following, and we're still within the framework of being able to, in case somebody goes down, put him into the rotation. So is there a strategy for the 3 days down, 3 days down, and then 2 days down? Absolutely not. It's just a matter of where is he going to help us? Is he available? And where can we get to him the most important part of the game to help us win a baseball game?
So winning games, that's the priority.
That's our priority every single night, for sure.
So the follow-up question is, you know, Mike said a couple times to us, you know, learning from past experience that once a guy gets shortened up, he definitely doesn't want to, you know, like, once he's shortened up in the pen, that's it, he's a reliever for the
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to go back to, send the guy back down in the minors to get stretched out.
Right.
And I know you said you guys are still trying to work through that.
Mhm.
Is there a tipping point, though, that you see in the near horizon that would get you to there?
Yeah, I've asked that same question. I asked if it's amount of time, amount of days, the type of usage. I think within the first month, if there's some lengthy outings, I think you're still safe. That's the answer that I've been given. So I don't think there is a timeline. I don't think there is a perfect model for it. We're plugging in information as we're using him, and then continuing to build it out from there. But each one of his outings could look different than the last one. You know, he could probably take a few days off and then be ready to throw another 55 or 60 pitches. We might need him on day 3 instead of day 4. So it's just a matter of what we need, days off, the combination of a lot of different things. But I don't know what that magic day is. Is it May the 1st? I don't know. We did it with Archie. It worked out really well with Archie in 17. And he became a reliever for the rest of his life. I think we've learned some things from that, but I don't think Dre's in that category. We still view him as a starter.